Newstalk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the new Fergus Now app on your phone. Joining me now for the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce, it is Lisa Workman, and it's Chamber on the Air. How's it going?
Chamber on the Air. Woo woo. We're having some fun. Happy March.
I got to turn my mic back on. Happy March.
Yeah. So, yes, Lisa Workman here with the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. And this is a great opportunity for us to show off, showcase, and share some stories with our chamber members. And we've got great guests joining us on the phone today. Michael Burgraff from the Center for the Arts will be joining us. Pat Connolly with the Dairyland Drive-In, and Taylor Bride with Taylor Bride Life Insurance will be our featured chamber members today. But before we start chatting with them, I am excited to share some information with you, some kind of insider information about Showcase Fergus Falls. Now, you probably start to hear about it or see things, read about it, see it on Facebook, hear about it on the radio. Showcase Fergus Falls is the Chamber's online trade show this year, and it's going to be fun, it's going to be entertaining and informative. It'll all be online at fergusfalls.com. You'll get a chance to visit and meet and get some really cool information about some of the best businesses and nonprofit organizations in the Fergus Falls area. And our digital doors open on March 8th. So this will give you a chance to really attend the trade show whenever it works for you. You'll find about job opportunities, histories of local businesses, some great photos, kind of get that behind-the-scenes look, and you'll be able to do it from the comfort of your own home, from your office, at any time. So the trade show will be open 24/7 from March 8th through the 21st. And one of the coolest things is you'll get a chance to register to win prizes. We're giving away more than $2,000 in prizes. So we're going to share a little bit more about Showcase throughout our Chamber on the Air show. And we like to feature our members, because that's what it's all about. We're here for our chamber members. So first on the show today, we've got Michael Burgraff with the Center for the Arts. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, lovely young lady?
Fantastic. And we are going to be celebrating a big anniversary with Center for the Arts this year, aren't we?
A Center for the Arts is 100 years old. We have been in our location, downtown Fergus Falls, for 100 years, built in November. Well, it was built long before that, but the doors opened in November of 1921.
Wow.
And so through this year, and once we're able to get people back in, we're going to celebrate even larger, but we will have celebration events going on throughout the year.
And that, 100 years, that is quite an achievement, and especially for, a community theater, a community destination for the arts. It's pretty rare. So here in Otter Tail County and in Fergus Falls, we are blessed to have a Center for the Arts here. Michael, can you share with us a little bit about how things have evolved over the years? And let's just skip the last 12 months, though.
Well, certainly, and we don't want to skip those because we're still alive and well and
yes.
Doing all kinds of performances, just in a different way. Back in 1921, when it was built, if you've come into the center recently, where the curtains close halfway on the stage, that's where the proscenium arch, or the stage, the front of the stage, used to be.
Cool.
This facility originally sat 800 people, and we've got a picture of that outside on our marquee,
wow.
on the posters. And the funny thing is, and I'm going to ruin this for everybody, if you look at the pictures, there is this little metal strap underneath every single seat. And when we bring people through, we ask them, what do you think that strap was for? And they are all over the place with ideas and thoughts. But the truth is, they're to hold hats.
Amazing.
Back in the early 1900s, people used to, everybody wore a hat, men and women. So it was a way to gently put them under your seat so they wouldn't get crushed or wrinkled.
Very fun fact.
Seats. Yeah, we, the place was built with a theater organ, but it used to be in the back of the theater, not in the basement on hydraulics. It's one of those little fun pieces. If you go up and into the area where all of our furnaces and things are, you can actually see the original proscenium arch, the big curve on the ceiling. They bricked that in, but you can see where that was.
Cool.
And so it was a very small, narrow, shallow stage, but they did a lot of live entertainment. Like most theaters of that era, what ended up happening is this thing called movies. And they started off with the silent movies and then into talkies. So in the lives of a Center for the Arts, it turned into a movie theater but it never stopped doing live performance. We have pictures of huge community groups getting together here to do kind of our modern, the older version of Razzle Dazzle, where the community would get together and do skits and do plays, and not everything was appropriate, but it was done back in the day. But the movies were the thing. And then in the 80s, 70s, 80s, many of these movie places started to wane and weren't as exciting and started to close. And I've dug back far enough. There's actually, we were intended to be a parking lot. They were going to tear this building down for a parking lot for Olson's and Lundeen's. So we were going to be that in between the two buildings parking lot. They were going to bulldoze it down, but a citizens group led by locals, the Center Singers, decided that they wanted to purchase this facility and fix it up and have it be a part of the community. And they raised $1 million back in the 80s to convert this facility and make it into the Center for the Arts.
So thankful for them.
Yes. And it is, part of it is why we have such a unique stage, is they really kind of built it for them. So,
well, why not? They raised the money, huh?
Well, that's exactly right. We have we don't really have any wing space. The stage is built more like an orchestra shell, but we have been doing, thanks to Rebecca Peterson, who came in and really took the helm of this for 18 years and did so much for not only the center but the community, and put programming together and made this, the place to come and see live entertainment. And I'm glad she did, because it was, I was able to walk in 10 years ago and pick up the reins. And we love bringing in people from all over the world, national, international, regional, and local, as well, as our friends and neighbors. We do a little bit of everything with dance and theater and music, and we still do movies. And we do a lot with the children, the youth of our area. We're so proud of our youth programming. 8 years ago, we started off with 60 kids who tried out for a show. And now every summer, when we can, we're up over 200 kids trying out for theater. So
that's amazing.
It's one of those wonderful things.
Well, truly, a Center for the Arts has been a community asset and a destination, like you said, for 100 years. That is fantastic. So tell us quickly, Michael, some of the things that you have in line or coming up for 2021 that people can look forward to.
One of the things I want to touch on real quick is you had said unique. We are very unique to the state. We are one of the few facilities that are actually owned by the organization. So we're not owned by the city or the county or a school district. And so we are responsible for all the bills. So when COVID hit, we're still paying for heat and utilities, so our pipes don't freeze. But on the 13th of March, we have at 7 p.m., we've been doing some radio live performances. And we've got the Cannoli Club coming in. It's a show that was written locally. It's been performed over in Alexandria. It's going to be done here. It's about a bunch of people, mobsters from Chicago, who come in and they accidentally end up at the same place on the same night, and it gets a little weird.
That should be a lot of fun.
So it's a free event. So tune in the night of the 13th at 7 p.m. and see your friends and family do the Cannoli Club.
Very fun.
The following weekend, we are doing a big fundraiser because while we are down, we've been doing some construction. So we have a telethon coming up from 1 in the afternoon until 9 o'clock at night. We have people from all over the country who are going to be joining us. Just to run down the list real quick, we've got a band from Minneapolis, St. Paul coming in. Bo Anderson's going to play, Connor Lee, Holly Getzmer, Kendall Nygaard, Jolene Oslander, Amy, is going to, Amy's nieces are coming in to sing. Wendy, Linda, and David, Craig and Kylie Peterson, David Strom is going to play, David Stoddard is going to play. John McAndrew, who's going to be here in June, is going to do 20 minutes for us from Nashville.
Well, that is
Harmonious.
That is fantastic.
Harmonious Will is coming in from Madison. And on. Pablo from Florida. And then we're going to end the evening with Amy Nordland.
Well, that is just it's going to be an amazing fundraiser. And, you know, a Center for the Arts and live theater, live music is alive and well in Fergus Falls. And we are so excited to help celebrate your 100th anniversary with you. I know if folks want to know more, they can go to fergusarts.org. And thank you and congratulations, Michael. And we will probably hear more from you at another time. And congratulations once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You bet. Well, that's Michael Burgraff with a Center for the Arts. They'll be celebrating 100 years this year, and let's all rally together and celebrate with them. Well, we've got Pat Connolly coming up next on the show. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to share a little bit more about what's coming up with Dairyland this year.
I want ice cream!
Hi guys, what can I get for you?
Please, anything to shut him up.
Here you go, little man. Look at that. So Dairyland was built in 1955. Restaurants have came and gone throughout the community, and Dairyland's just been a staple. Not because of what Dairyland does, but it's because of the little guys that keep coming in the store.
A Center for the Arts here in Fergus Falls is a business. It's in the business of entertainment. It is a staple of downtown Fergus Falls and started out as the Fergus Theatre, which was on the Orpheum Circuit. In 1921, this facility was built. We are celebrating 100 years and we'll continue to go for another 100 years. Every year we bring in some 20 to 22,000 ticket purchasers to see our national, international, regional, and local performances. We do theater, we do music, we do dance, we do community productions, and we have art in the lobby, so a little bit of something for everyone. We also do our concerts in the street as well as concerts in the park throughout our season. We do a lot of non-ticketed or free events as well as show movies here at a Center for the Arts. It continues to be a wonderful piece. Probably the thing that we are most proud of, though, are those things that we do with the youth of the area. Some 6,000 different students attend events here at a Center for the Arts or in the schools over the course of the years. We also love our children's theater. It's something that we have been doing now for a number of years in the summer. It started out with just 60 kids. And one of the things that we do here at a Center for the Arts is say anyone who is brave enough to be on stage is in the show. So that first year we had 60, then we went to 80, 120, and for the last handful of years we've been at 200 students or better. These students are now wanting to do more. So we are doing winter productions with the students. We believe the youth are the future and will continue to keep live entertainment live and well in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Here at a Center for the Arts, we put on many different presentations, over 70 annually, and a very eclectic amount of entertainment. Check us out online, see our website, and see the events that are coming up. There really is something for everyone. We are family friendly, we are accessible, and we love people to rediscover what it is to come to a Center for the Arts.
Dairyland is a locally owned and operated restaurant and was founded in 1955. The owners of Dairyland are Pat and Jean Conley. Pat has been running Dairyland for over 30 years. So come on down to Dairyland and get your Joco bars now.
Meats and Seafood is a locally owned and operated company in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Premier Meats and Seafood was founded in 2004 by owners John Anderson and Brian Oliphant, and they believe in offering their customers meat that is infused with unnatural additives, antibiotics, and growth hormones. Premier Meats and Seafood is committed to offering only the finest in beef, pork, chicken, smoked sausage, and seafood, of course. Come on down to Premier Meats and Seafood, located at 306 North Tower Road, Fergus Falls, Minnesota, to get your finest meats.
Stocks Auto Sales offers the best prices for new, used vehicles in town. The best sales are located at 1203 Union Avenue, Fergus Falls. Or give a call at 218-736-2139.
Newstalk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the new Fergus Now app on your phone as we have 10:50, and we're back on with Chamber on the Air.
Well, thanks, Dave. Well, I want to give folks a little preview on Showcase Fergus Falls. Like I mentioned before, we are giving away over $2,000 in prizes, all purchased from local chamber members. And, of course, the big grand prize for registering and playing the scavenger hunt, we're giving away $600 in Fergus bucks. Or if you'd rather have $500 in cash, we can do that too. But $600 in Fergus bucks that will be spent at local businesses. We're also giving away a Eureka Groove robotic vacuum, spa packages to many of the salons in our community, gift cards from a lot of different businesses, craftsman tools. We've got backpack lawn chairs, and I'm still shopping. So you'll want to start going to fergusfalls.com and click on the showcase link starting on Monday, March 8th. And that's how you will register. You'll be looking for some secret words hidden in booths to play the scavenger hunt with Showcase Fergus Falls. Well, it's March. We're talking about businesses. We're talking about springtime, and of course, most thoughts turn to Dairyland. Pat Connolly is joining us, and this is an exciting time of year, right, Pat? Getting things ready to rock and roll for Dairyland.
Good morning. 50 degrees yesterday. We were getting ready to think we could be selling some slush outside.
Most definitely. Well, you know, you have been a longtime restaurant owner in our community, and we chatted a little before the show how every year is a little bit different. And, you know, I think the thing about Dairyland is that as a locally owned, family-owned business, you guys take a different spin on things, too. Let's talk a little bit about what makes Dairyland different.
You know, it's really fun. I'm sitting in my office right now when you talk about Dairyland being different. And there's a note on my office wall that was coined in 1955 from Bert Skogmo, who was the owner. And the note says, keep it fun, keep it simple, and most importantly, keep it friendly. And I can tell you, as I do the math, 1955 until 2001, in 66 years, that's what the community has allowed us to do.
Absolutely.
We work together in a way where it's not, we sell hamburgers and we sell popcorn chicken and we do all those things. But what makes it so special is we have friendships that grow stronger and stronger every year. I had a woman reach out to me on the Facebook page here earlier this week who happened to be Bert Skogmo's granddaughter.
Oh, how neat.
Yeah, and you hear that stuff, and it's just encouraging, saying she hasn't been to the store in a long time, but she's excited to come and try our cheese curds. And I commented back just saying, you know, while you're here, be sure that you say hello. I want to be able to visit with you a little bit about the stories that your grandma and grandpa shared with me when I was a kid back in 1982 when my brother bought the store, the stories that they shared with me on what it was like for the first 20 years of running Dairyland.
And
now I get to
Yeah, it is. It's so much. It's so much more than just the food. It's the stories and the memories and the traditions that are built too.
Exactly. You know, I can be on vacation in the winter months if I'm in a different state. I was in Arizona, and I'm on a hike, and someone taps me on the shoulder, and they happen to see that I was wearing a Dairyland sweatshirt, and they smiled, and they tell me about a story that they had, remembering when they were a kid, going from passing through Fergus to go out to Otter Tail Lake, and as they passed through, Dairyland happened to be one of their standbys where they would stop off at. And they not only had good memories about stopping at Dairyland, but just remembering coming to Fergus, how that was special, and that going out to Otter Tail Lake, that it turned into not just a local spot, but to a regional reason to come out this way.
Definitely.
That's pretty neat. That's really neat. And you look at that, you know, since 1982, the Connolly family, we've worked with over 500 first-time jobs for kids.
You get people trained right how to take care of people and how to be nice.
Well, we try. You know, that's the key. You know, our orthopedic surgeon here in town, Jason Glenn, his first job here was working for my brother back in, I want to say, the early 90s.
Interesting. Yeah,
so
I bet you've got
taught him how to sweep.
Yeah, you recognize a lot of people that, or have helped train a lot of people who are now doing other things in our community. And so when do we start to get to see those smiling faces in the drive-through?
Well, you get to see the smiles on March 17th, on St. Patrick's Day. It's kind of a big day for us because you think that a year ago, March 17th was when our nation shut down for the first time for the stay-at-home order for 6 weeks.
Right.
And, you know, you think about history as far as what Dairyland's been part of. Never in my life would I have ever imagined that I would have, a year later, be talking about issues that we faced last year.
Right.
But the thing that's so special about our community is that we faced them together.
We have.
And that's cool. You know, I look at the franchises in town that have had to adapt at the restaurants, at the beauty salons and all these places. Our world has changed. It's been such a line of demarcation is what my mom would say.
Yep.
What it was 2 years ago, it won't be that way again.
Nope. A lot has changed. And a lot has stayed the same, too. Like, I think coming back to Dairyland and folks coming through starting March 17th, you know, that feeling of comfort, the feeling of home, and the feeling of friendship. And we're just so thankful that you and your family have continued that tradition for so many years.
Well, I printed a new sign again today. It's not new, but it's fresh. And it'll be hanging at the drive-thru window for my employees to see as a reminder. Kind of to acknowledge Bert Skogmo, that original owner. Keep it fun, keep it simple, keep it friendly. And as long as we do that, we're going to be fine.
Life's going to be good.
I'm going to burn your hamburger once in a while. You're going to be mad at me and irritated and all that. And my French fries might be greasier than you'd like them to be. But you can always trust that we're going to be friendly.
Yep.
And if I make a mistake, I'm going to be apologetic. And at the end of the day, at the end of the season, I think we're going to be able to look each other in the eye and say we respect one another.
Well, fantastic, Pat.
You know, that's key.
Well, and we want to thank you for being in the Fergus Falls community for so many years, and we look forward to that March 17th opening, a true sign of spring and happiness and family friendliness. Well, that's Pat Connolly with Dairyland Drive-In, and we're going to take a quick little break, and in between, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Showcase Fergus Falls, easy for me to say. That's not even the tongue twister of it all. Taylor Bride with Taylor Bride Life Insurance is going to be joining us here in a bit. But a couple of the things that we have going on with Showcase Fergus Falls is that on March 11th for Chamber Cafe, you'll get a chance to meet the exhibitors for Showcase Fergus Falls, virtually, of course. That's at 7:30 in the morning, and go to our website at fergusfalls.com for that one. And then we've got Showcase Social. That's the tongue twister. Try to say that one really fast. Showcase Social. Showcase Social will be on March 18th, and we're going to be talking about mango margaritas for Showcase Social. So watch our calendar for that. And right now, I'm ready to welcome Taylor Bride, who is a new life insurance broker in Fergus Falls. Taylor, glad to have you on the show this morning. Or maybe not. Dave's pressing buttons there. So, Taylor, how are you today?
I'm good. Doing great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Well, as a new business owner, life insurance can bring a lot of questions to people's minds. Taylor, tell us a little bit about how you can help them.
Well, I kind of specialize in looking out for people who might not have the knowledge to kind of look out for themselves. life insurance really isn't a one-size-fits-all. There's some different varieties out there, and it really should be crafted for a person's specific situation. A lot of elements come into play, and a lot of people end up getting a policy, and it's got their family protected, but there's usually better options that they could seek out and put into place that might be allowing them to get a bit more coverage or maybe have substantially lower premiums.
And I think that's one of the nice things that you offer with your own company, that you're a broker, that you can look at a lot of different options for people and really fit a plan that best fits their needs, where it doesn't have to be super expensive and it doesn't have to be challenging to understand. I know when we first met, I thought, boy, this guy can really explain stuff simply and easily and put it down into basic terms.
Yep, and that's really where I start when I sit with people. I say, hey, how much do you know about life insurance? Let's educate you here first about what's out there. Learn about it, and then they can make a good decision about what's best for them, instead of someone just coming in and saying, hey, this is what you need, and not explaining why. Education is a big part of it. Knowing what you have and why is crucial.
Well, and I think, too, that you come in with a great caring spirit, that you really want to help people. And I think that's something that can set your business apart, is that you're really caring and concerned about making sure people are taken care of.
Yeah, make sure they're taken care of and not taken advantage of. Sometimes people take advantage of a person's lack of knowledge to, take advantage of them financially or whatever. And I make sure that doesn't happen to people. Like you said, I'm a broker, and I can shop around and find them the absolute best thing. And sometimes when I sit with people and they have a policy in place, they have a great thing, and I put my stamp of approval on it, and I say, hey, you got something great. Don't let anybody come in here and tell you otherwise. And that gives them a good peace of mind, knowing that what they do have is the best for them and protects them in the long run.
Well, that's fantastic, Taylor. So if folks want to get in touch with you, what's the best number to reach you at?
My phone number for my business, and it's also my personal cell phone, because that's the best way to get a hold of me, is 701-388-1550. And then I also have a personal website. It's real easy to remember. It's TaylorBrideInsurance.com, and I have all my contact info on there, a bit about me, and just ways to kind of check me out and what I do.
Fantastic. Well, Taylor, welcome as a new business to the Fergus Falls area, and thank you so much for what you do and helping folks understand life insurance. Boy, our show flies every month when we do Chamber on the Air. We have such great Chamber members, and just thanks to Leighton Broadcasting for allowing us to share some of their great stories. FergusFalls.com if you want more info. Lisa Workman, we'll see you again next month.